So today's Fed Day, you're going to hear a lot of noise about mortgage rates today. You're going to hear a lot of noise about the Fed, and a lot of it's going to be confusing. But let's just make sure that we understand what today really is. The Fed control the Fed funds rate. That is the rate that banks use to lend money overnight. The mortgage market actually follows more the bond market. And over the last several weeks, maybe last couple months, the bond market has been positioning, expecting this Fed rate cut today. So the market has already moved prior to the rate cut in expectation of this rate cut today. So you're going to hear a lot of noise. There's going to be a lot of confusion, and Fed Day is always confusing for that reason, because so many people misrepresent what today actually means. So it's important, and we're going to continue to provide some updates throughout the day. So hopefully you'll follow us and you'll see some other updates from us on what is going on. Now, what the market is actually looking for is what happens in the press conference afterwards, how the market reacts. Now, the Fed's still going to be data dependent for the rest of the year. We have unemployment reports and we have inflation, we have tariff news. And the market is really looking for, we have 3 rate cuts, one today, one next month, and one in December between now and the end of the year. The market is pricing in rate cuts at each one of those meetings. So we could have a lot to digest from now until the end of the year. Now, the opportunity has been for those who have taken advantage of everything prior to today, because they've kind of snuck in, they've gotten an offer accepted on a house, and they've already taken advantage of those lower rates, because rates today are already at lows for the last year. I mean, we're in the low 6s for 30-year fixed. We're pricing some in the high 5s, 15-year fixed, 10-year fixed in the low to mid 5s. So there is an amazing opportunity out there right now in the current market. Now, we've even seen what's been really exciting, a lot of buyers re-enter the market. I've had a lot of buyers re-engaged, getting updated pre-approvals, making offers, listing their house, taking advantage of where the market is today. That is exciting. The problem is you have rate news like we're going to see today. You have people that are already taking advantage that all those people are going to re-enter the market at once. And we have, in Illinois, we're still 63% below where we were in 2019. So inventory is up 6% this year, which is amazing, but we're still 63% below 2019. So it's very important when you re-enter the market to be prepared, to be motivated, and to have a lot of clarity on what to expect moving forward and how to take advantage of it. We cannot guarantee the news events that are going to happen after today with unemployment. If unemployment starts to spike, mortgage rates could continue to move lower. If inflation starts to move higher again, that is going to be a problem for mortgage rates as well. But I think the biggest thing, and something I've continually said, is we got to be very careful what our expectations are on how low rates can go. Deficits are something the bond market is paying huge attention to, and deficits we have in the trillions, and it continues to rise. The bond market, is going to have a hard time bringing, mortgage rates lower with, mortgage-backed securities in the bond market, because they're worried about deficits. And the government needs to issue more treasury bonds to pay for that, money that we're spending. So that is more supply. That prevents, the market from moving much lower. So it's something we'll have to keep an eye on. And that's all the more reason why you shouldn't be on the sideline. The question we keep getting, do I do it now? Do I wait? You got to take advantage of where things are. If rates move lower, we can always help you. If rates move higher, like they've done the last 2 times we've been at these levels, we can't help you, because rates move higher and we miss that opportunity. We also miss the savings from what you could have saved if you moved now versus if you waited. So we'll have some updates throughout the day. Again, lots of noise. We'll try to break it down as best we can.